Good job, thank you.
Counter numbers. Electronic Design Process Symposium is, we're in our 19th, yeah, it's in our 19th year. It focuses on the design flow for system-on-chip ICs, ASICs. We invite about 50 senior level attendees. In actuality, 2 years ago there was 29 attended. Last year there was 31 attended. Of the 31, 21 were speakers. So the difficulty that we're working with here is that it's pretty much funded by speaker registration, and we need to kind of pull out of that, and I'm trying to work with the committee on ideas to do that. Our expenses are about $10,000 to $12,000. Last year was our first year of getting an industry sponsorship. We got $1,000 from Mentor Graphics. This morning I sent out about 15 emails with sponsorship requests. We'll see what happens. So last year was our first year of being sponsored entirely by the CS chapter. Prior to that it was IEEE CS headquarters, and you'll see why in a minute. So it's a compelling agenda with 16 speakers, 3 keynotes, and 1 panel that has 5 speakers. This thing is skipping ahead on its own, huh? And our keynotes this year is Misha Burich, who is now CTO of Altera, Jim Hogan, who's spoken a number of EDA-related functions, and Rico Radosnik, Director of Engineering at Qualcomm, who talked about 3D IC. So pretty much Thursday, well, I'll come up to that next. Companies presenting is a broad swath of companies. I'm honored to work with the committee that have names such as Gary Smith, if you know Gary Smith, EDA.
Oh, yeah.
And he is on our committee. Raul Camposano, who is Director of R&D over at Synopsys. So, it's a great committee to work with, and I'm in there rolling up my sleeves, going out and getting speakers. Thursday, we have a broad swath of subjects on Thursday. Friday is 3D IC Design Day. So last year we had, the comment was they had the most people stay over for the Friday session. So we're repeating that because there's been a lot going on in 3D IC design flow. Okay, so this is our new website. This is an initiative that I wanted to bring to the committee and to the symposium this year. I don't know why this keeps forwarding, but we had one long web page that was kind of 95 style web page. Now we actually have real life data, so that's cool. Officially, we're also co-sponsored by the Design Automation and Test Committee and by Council for Electronic Design Automation.
Are those ACM related?
No, they're not. They're not. Let me just say, though, that CETA also consists of EDS, SSC, CAS, and I think another one. Okay. This is our finances. We were in the red because HQ took $3,000. Last year we were $2,000. We were $2,000 in the black, and so we're predicting if we can follow this trend, similar amount. So administrative goals is pretty much the end, become self-sustaining with more attendance and increased industry sponsorship. So that's pretty much it.
You're out asking for money?
No, we're going to struggle real hard to not ask for money, but we do have, this is our final program. Since it decided to skip ahead to the final program, this is what our program looks like.
John, a strategic thing, is anybody from the CAS chapter still here? If you got the CAS chapter locally to be a technical co-sponsor, this is right up their alley.
Okay, so I've emailed the leadership of at least 3 or 4, I believe there's 4, MTT I think is actually in CETA. And I said, look, if you're willing to give me someone who will work on the committee, then I will add you as co-sponsor. I got a couple of interests, but no.
I would say you could back off and maybe not make them a co-sponsor, but ask them to publicize this to the local CAS members.
You bet I will.
Free publicity.
You bet I will. But I was looking for some
technical
more.
That'd be nice. But if you get on their calendar and have them publicize it, you might pick up 5 or 10 more people.
Yeah, you bet.
So technically, he's not asking this body here for funding.
So
He's
you're
simply
on,
telling us his chapter may have to spend some
He's
money
telling
on
that
it.
if he screws up and I need to pay for it, then at some point my bank account will be
You've got
empty,
the
you'll have to
reserves
pay.
and you have
He just asked for it, he has to ask for it.
I can also,
ASCOM approved this.
Yeah.
I can also offer you a discount before March 18. You better sign up tonight.
Good idea.
And since you're all IEEE members, it's a steal, I can tell you. I'm gonna be there. So is my boss's 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 boss, so we are heavily...
I'd like to make a motion to approve this conference, this event.
Thank you.
And
That's just a motion.
I want... No.
I didn't hear the second.
Third, fourth. I have one other remark, by the way, because this obviously is has a budget of it is a 10-12 grand, right? There's another conference which you will see presented hopefully next month, NFIC, which is a little less expensive, but still like 8K. So see our Swiss bank account in view of that we're sponsoring two conferences which have
That's good.
a very significant budget altogether.
That's
Yeah,
risk.
you're
Yeah.
no good. Are you going to be using Eventbrite or PayPal?
Okay, so good question. We ride on the Eventbrite account of CS Chapter. I've been doing the Eventbrite for CS Chapter for 2 years, so for me to get on Eventbrite last year was the first time we used Eventbrite. It was so seamless, not a complaint. The guys were really happy. They didn't pay anyone to do it. It took me an hour or two. I had never done any charges for tickets, and it was like nothing to go ahead and put that in Eventbrite. Eventbrite makes things so smooth. Our sponsors go on Eventbrite, they pick a sponsorship level, and it includes one-person registration, so it all goes through Eventbrite. Smooth.
Let's vote on it.
All right, so there's a motion and a second. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, passes unanimously. Congratulations, John.
There's no
All right,
financial risk.
so on to officer reports. Finally.